Hey everyone, it's Marco again. Today I'm going to do some salvaging for profit. It's probably going to be a two-part video because I'm not going to stick around to wait for auctions to be bought. But instead of just showing you, oh, here's what I'm selling, here's how much I made, I'm going to start off with me placing the bids. I'm not going to bid on every item I see, but I will bid on a good amount just so we have a good sample for salvaging. I'm going to start off with worn items, they're called. They're basically the armor that is salvageable for I'm sorry, it's heavy armor, so you're getting ore out of it. That's what worn is. So let me go to find so that I know that I can salvage it. If I play with whites, you have to understand that every 5th level you can't salvage, and there's some other items you can't salvage. So you have to be careful with whites. You have to know what you're doing. But with fine, you almost can't lose. So what I do is I hit worn, I do a search. Now I look at the prices of the items. I know that the lower level items, up to I think it's about 20, will drop copper ore. And copper ore is going for like 70 copper a piece. You'll get about 1.5 copper per attempt. So you'd actually make a profit just buying these out right now and salvaging them. I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to make a nice profit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place bids on these items. I'm going to do 25 of each. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. And I'll just do a couple of these right now. I really want to keep it under 70 copper where possible. So that I make a decent profit. May not be possible right now. I got the one item. There we go. 68. 25. Place order. And I won't do a ton. How about I'll do 3 of each. How about that? I just want to guarantee that I'm at least getting items. Because I will only get about 1/4 of the items I place buy orders on. That seems to be my success rate so far. Alright, so those... a ton right there, and you notice there's different levels on these. So some of these, it's actually worth it to buy for a little more because they turn into other things. Like these turn into platinum, I believe. And as you can see, there's a huge gap there of a whole silver. So I'm going to buy that. That's a good way to tell if it's worth it. You can look at the gap. Like right here, there's a 1.5 silver gap. So I'm going to buy 4 of these. I'm basically getting them for like half price. Let me go back to this. Not as much of a gap there. I'm not going to go for it. If you don't know what you're doing, that's a good way to get started, is look at the gaps. These are low level, so under 70 copper. I'm going to place 25 buy order.
And steady.
Alright, so I think that's it for worn. Let me just do level 70 to 80, which is a good chance for Rick Calcum ore, but it's not called worn. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Let me look at the most expensive items. It's Sentinels? Is that it? Are they always heavy? No. I may have to play around with this, but let me look real quick. Looking for the heavies. Here's a heavy. This is 70 copper. That's a pretty good deal. I'm going to buy 70 copper. And again, the nice part about what I'm doing is I'm using a salvage-o-matic. I believe it's 800 gems, and if it's better, even though it's more expensive than crude salvage kits, it's better because there's a 10% chance for rare materials and a 20% chance of recovering upgrades. When you use a crude salvage kit, you have a 0% chance of recovering upgrades, and I believe it's a 5 to 10% chance of rare materials. But it may even be less than that. You rarely find rare materials with crude. But with this thing, it's pretty nice. It's especially good for recovering the upgrades if you're salvaging masterwork items. Alright, let's see. Let's change this up. I want to look for some silk. Let me do level 40, or let me do 60 to 70. And I'm trying to remember what silk is for. Here's some clerics. Possibly winged. They have different names as you go up. A lot more names actually. Let me do lower price, and I'm looking for items I can wear because I wear light, so it's easier to just look that way. Minimum cost for this is 73 copper. There's no buy orders on it right now, so I will do this. And for this guy there are no buy orders, so I will do 25 of those. You'd be surprised how many of those get sold. Let's go back. This one's 81. Not really a big price gap there. 85. Nope. This one's okay. I'm gonna go 74. Pretty cheap. Alright. Oh, this is very, very cheap. 25 in there. And 73, 25. Okay, one more level bracket. Let's do 40 to 50. And take a look at the gaps. There's a 40 cap. This is almost the price of the buy order, so I'm going to buy 5 of those. And usually what I like to see is that I could flip these for a profit. It's usually how I know I'm getting a good deal. Like this one, if I bought it, I could flip that for a profit. So even if I say, oh shoot, I can't salvage this for a profit, well, I'll just flip it. Not a big deal. Alright. Usually it's a pretty good indicator that it's worth salvaging. But I've got a lot of the tables memorized for what things turn into. I would start off with this method though. 152, 25. There's actually one more that I want to do, 20 to 30. Alright. Now a lot of the leather is not worth doing, so be careful with the leather. I'm trying to avoid any mediums. That's how you know it's going to turn into leather if it says medium. Alright, I think I'm done. I'm already getting some items. And I've been consistently getting them for under 1.5 silver. Most of them are around the 70 copper mark. I will wait to pick these up and start salvaging. Actually, I'll take this because I made some profit off another item I was selling. I don't want to see that, so I'm going to take that out. But I will take a look at the video to see how much gold I started with. I can't remember off the top of my head. I will make a second video that will show me salvaging these, and we'll see how much profit I make from this endeavor. Alright guys, good luck and have fun.